Magneto! Isn't he a bad guy? What's with the white costume? Wait, he's a diplomat now? Actually, it's a really nice costume. What's up, guys? Andrew here, and welcome to Comicbooker. All things comics from a creator. It's New Comics Wednesday, and all the Marvel comics have dropped. And there are a lot of good comics, from Empire to Immortal Hulk. But I'm a huge X-Men fan, and after what feels like an eternity, there's a new X-Men comic, finally, from ex-mastermind Jonathan Hickman. Here are my 3 thoughts on Giant Size X-Men Magneto number 1. By the way, spoilers ahead. You've been warned. Number 1, it's a done-in-one story. Giant Size X-Men Magneto number 1 opens with our resident master of magnetism single-handedly piloting a shipping freighter to an unknown island. Over the course of the issue, we learn that he's on a mission to do a favor for Emma Frost, who needs an island for some unknown reason. Magneto eventually meets the owner of the island, fan favorite King of Atlantis and Illuminati douchebag, Namor the Submariner. And that's when it clicked for me. The mission is in keeping with Magneto's new role as a diplomat, as seen in 2019's Powers of X. Magneto and Namor go on an undersea quest into a deep trench where they investigate the mystery of a missing Atlantean crew, fight a kraken, and answer a deadly fairy tale riddle. All in another day's work for the Master of Magnetism, who is allowed to take ownership of the island from Namor, who didn't really want it in the first place, or else he's just doing it for Emma Frost. They have a history, guys. The most satisfying part of the issue is the end, where it's revealed that the freighter Magneto's piloting is full of building materials, which he immediately orchestrates into a wicked-looking new base for Emma Frost. The art by Ramon, Perez, and colorist David Curiel is sweeping, open, and cinematic. What is this building for exactly? Who knows? Keep on reading, true believer. All I know is that this issue is a huge treat because Number 2, Namor guest stars. Namor the Submariner is, at this point, almost a constant in Jonathan Hickman's Marvel work, having taken major roles in both his Fantastic Four and Avengers runs. We last saw him briefly in 2019's Powers of X series, shrugging off an invite by Professor X to join the brave new Dawn of X on the mutant island of Krakoa. It looks like he'll be at the periphery of this X-Men run, which makes every appearance by him so much more impactful. It's an often overlooked detail that Namor has an X gene, and can thus be considered a mutant, or a half-mutant, half-Atlantean hybrid. His dad was human, but humans can give birth to mutants. You get the point. Namor and Magneto encounter an underwater seal from one of the old kings of Atlantis, Uhari. This is a really old plot point from Hickman's Fantastic Four run, where they discovered a whole faction of ancient Atlanteans buried underwater for centuries. Continuity like this is such a gift for those of us who've been following along for a long while. Which brings me to my 3rd thought on this issue. Number 3, more story seeds. One thing that classic Claremont X-Men fans love is long-running plot points and narrative arcs that span years of comics. In this respect, Jonathan Hickman is doing a really good job satisfying X-fans, to the point where we're all waiting with bated breath for when Moira X will pop back up, or when Mystique will make her move. This issue sows 2 more little seeds for future harvest. The first is the remote island and HQ for Emma Frost that Magneto acquires. It's a very distinct building with an ominous sentinel head in its design, but it's really unclear what Emma wants it for. At the end of the issue, we get a clue. When Magneto asks her what she's going to do with it, she says, send invitations, of course, and then wait to see who shows up. So who will these invitations be sent to? What is it for? We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. The second seed is the key that Magneto acquires from the Uhari Witch as part of the climactic confrontation. It seems to be super important. I'm not sure what it's for, but given that the X world is on the verge of another big event, X of Swords or 10 of Swords, which seems to have magical overtones, well, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if we see this key pop up in the near future. So, those are my 3 thoughts. Is this good enough for fan art? Hell yes! Luckily, I've already done a Magneto drawing recently, so check this out. That's all for today, guys. Did you enjoy this issue? What do you think the key is for? Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, peace. Actually, it's a really nice costume. That was really hard.